I've spent decades working with senior men in clinical settings, and I need you to understand something critical. The foods you're eating right now could be silently destroying your vitality, energy, and masculine health. This isn't about vanity, it's about quality of life, independence, and feeling like yourself well into your golden years. Most men over 70 don't realize that certain everyday foods are sabotaging their testosterone levels, blood flow, energy, and overall performance. These aren't exotic ingredients. They're sitting in your pantry, your fridge, and on your dinner plate right now. And the brutal truth is this: if you keep eating them, the damage compounds every single day. But here's the good news. Once you know which foods are working against you, you can make simple swaps that protect your hormones, improve circulation, boost energy, and help you feel decades younger. In this guide, I'll walk you through the 7 worst food categories that quietly destroy male performance after 70, backed by science and clinical evidence. Before we begin, let me ask you, how old are you, and have you noticed changes in your energy or vitality? Understanding where you are helps us address what matters most. Now let's dive into number 7 on our list. Number 7, processed meats, the silent testosterone killer. Bacon, sausage, deli meats, hot dogs. They're convenient, they taste good, and they're absolutely devastating to male hormone health after 70. Here's why processed meats are one of the worst things a senior man can eat regularly. The science. Processed meats are loaded with sodium, preservatives like nitrates, and saturated fats that damage blood vessels and disrupt hormone production. Research published in the Journal of Urology found that men who consumed high amounts of processed meats had significantly lower testosterone levels and worse erectile function compared to those who ate fresh, unprocessed proteins. But it gets worse. Processed meats increase inflammation throughout the body. Chronic inflammation interferes with the production and utilization of testosterone, essentially telling your body to shut down hormone production when you need it most. Real-world impact. A 72-year-old retired electrician came to my clinic complaining of fatigue and declining vitality. His breakfast, bacon and sausage every single morning for decades. After switching to eggs, fresh turkey, and occasionally fish, his energy returned within weeks, and his follow-up blood work showed improved markers across the board. What to do instead? Choose fresh, lean proteins like chicken breast, fish, eggs, and plant-based options like legumes. Your hormones will thank you, and your blood vessels will function better. Number 6, high sugar foods and desserts, the energy thief. Cookies, cakes, pastries, sweetened cereals, and even that healthy granola bar. Sugar is everywhere, and for men over 70, it's one of the fastest ways to crash testosterone levels and destroy consistent energy. The science. When you consume high amounts of sugar, your body releases insulin to manage blood glucose. But chronically elevated insulin levels suppress testosterone production. A study in clinical endocrinology showed that men who consumed 75 grams of sugar experienced a 25% drop in testosterone levels that lasted for hours. Beyond hormones, sugar damages blood vessels through a process called glycation, where sugar molecules stick to proteins and form harmful compounds. This reduces blood flow everywhere, including where men need it most for physical performance and vitality. Real-world impact. One patient, a 68-year-old grandfather, couldn't understand why he felt exhausted every afternoon. We discovered he was eating dessert after lunch every day, plus sweetened coffee drinks. Within a month of cutting sugar and eating protein-rich snacks instead, his energy stabilized, and he reported feeling like I did in my 50s. What to do instead? Satisfy your sweet tooth with fresh berries, a small piece of dark chocolate, 70% cacao or higher, or Greek yogurt with cinnamon. These options won't spike insulin and actually support hormone health. Number 5, fried foods, the circulation destroyer. French fries, fried chicken, donuts, onion rings. Anything cooked in deep reused oil is a disaster for male performance after 70. These foods don't just add empty calories, they actively destroy the blood vessels that make vitality possible. The science. Fried foods are cooked in oils that break down at high temperatures, creating trans fats and inflammatory compounds. These substances damage the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of blood vessels. Without healthy blood vessels, circulation suffers, which directly impacts energy, physical performance, and cardiovascular health. Research in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that men who frequently consumed fried foods had significantly higher rates of erectile dysfunction and cardiovascular disease. The connection is clear: poor circulation equals poor performance. Real-world impact. A 74-year-old former truck driver loved his weekly fried fish dinners. After switching to grilled or baked fish with olive oil, he noticed improved stamina, better sleep, and even sharper mental clarity. His doctor noted improved cholesterol and blood pressure readings as well. What to do? Instead, bake, grill, steam, or air fry your foods. Use heart-healthy oils like olive oil or avocado oil in moderation. Your arteries and your hormones will respond positively. Number 4. Soy-heavy foods. The hormone disruptor tofu, soy milk, processed soy products, and soy protein isolate. While soy can be part of a balanced diet in moderation, excessive consumption in older men can interfere with testosterone balance. The science. Soy contains compounds called phytoestrogens, which mimic estrogen in the body. For men over 70, whose testosterone levels are already declining naturally, consuming large amounts of soy can tip the hormonal balance in the wrong direction. Studies have shown mixed results, but several reports in fertility and sterility indicated that high soy intake was associated with lower testosterone levels in some men. This doesn't mean soy is poison. But if you're consuming soy protein shakes daily, soy milk, and processed soy burgers, you may be overdoing it. Real-world impact. A 71-year-old patient switched to a heavily soy-based diet thinking it was healthier. Within months, he felt sluggish and noticed changes in body composition. After reducing soy and increasing other protein sources, his energy and muscle tone improved. What to do? Instead, eat soy in moderation. Opt for fermented soy like tempeh or miso, which are easier to digest and have fewer estrogenic effects. Balance your protein sources with eggs, fish, poultry, and legumes. Number 3, alcohol, especially beer, the testosterone suppressor. A cold beer after a long day might seem harmless, but regular alcohol consumption, especially beer, can devastate male hormone levels after 70. The science. Alcohol is metabolized in the liver, the same organ responsible for hormone regulation. Heavy drinking increases the conversion of testosterone into estrogen and decreases overall testosterone production. Beer is particularly problematic because hops contain phytoestrogens similar to those in soy. A study in alcoholism, clinical and experimental research found that chronic alcohol use significantly reduced testosterone levels and increased estrogen in men. This hormonal shift leads to fatigue, weight gain, mood changes, and reduced vitality. Real-world impact. A 69-year-old retiree drank 2 beers every night. He felt fine at first, but over time noticed weight gain around his midsection, low energy, and mood swings. After cutting back to occasional drinks and switching to red wine in moderation, he lost weight and felt sharper mentally and physically. What to do? Instead, limit alcohol to occasional use. If you drink, choose red wine in moderation, which contains resveratrol, a compound that supports cardiovascular health. But remember, less is always better when it comes to hormones. Number 2, white bread and refined carbs, the blood sugar roller coaster. White bread, pasta, crackers, white rice. These refined carbohydrates might fill you up, but they're wrecking your energy, your blood sugar, and your hormone balance. The science. Refined carbs are stripped of fiber and nutrients, causing rapid spikes in blood sugar and insulin. Just like with sugar, elevated insulin suppresses testosterone production. Worse, these foods contribute to insulin resistance over time, which is directly linked to obesity, low testosterone, and metabolic syndrome. Studies in diabetes care have shown that men with insulin resistance and metabolic syndrome have significantly lower testosterone levels compared to metabolically healthy men. Real-world impact. A 76-year-old patient ate white toast every morning and pasta for dinner most nights. He struggled with weight, fatigue, and poor lab results. After switching to whole grain bread, quinoa, and brown rice, his blood sugar stabilized, he lost weight, and his energy returned. What to do instead? Choose whole grains like oats, quinoa, brown rice, and whole wheat bread. Pair carbs with protein and healthy fats to slow digestion and stabilize blood sugar. Number 1. Trans fats and margarine, the ultimate performance destroyer. This is the big one. Trans fats, found in margarine, shortening, packaged baked goods, and many processed snacks, are the absolute worst foods for male performance after 70. If there's one thing to eliminate completely, it's this. The science. Trans fats are artificially created through hydrogenation, and they wreak havoc on your body. They increase bad cholesterol, LDL, decrease good cholesterol, HDL, promote inflammation, and directly damage blood vessels. Research published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that trans fats were strongly associated with reduced testosterone levels and increased risk of cardiovascular disease. In simple terms, trans fats suffocate your arteries, choke off circulation, and shut down hormone production. They are poison to male vitality. Real-world impact. A 73-year-old man used margarine daily and ate packaged cookies regularly. His cholesterol was through the roof, his energy was non-existent, and his doctor warned him about heart disease. After switching to real butter, olive oil, and whole foods, his cholesterol improved dramatically, and he felt alive again. What to do instead? Read labels carefully. Avoid anything with partially hydrogenated oils. Use real butter in moderation, olive oil, avocado oil, and coconut oil. Choose whole, unprocessed foods whenever possible. Final thoughts. Take control of your health. These 7 food categories quietly destroy male performance, energy, and vitality after 70. But the good news is that change is possible. By eliminating or reducing these foods and replacing them with whole, nutrient-dense options, you can protect your hormones, improve circulation, boost energy, and reclaim your quality of life. Your body is still capable of incredible things. Feed it the right fuel, and you'll feel the difference in weeks. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these foods do you eat regularly? Are you ready to make a change? Drop your answer in the comments below. Your story could inspire someone else to take action. Stay strong, stay informed, and remember, it's never too late to feel your best.